He's about 6 threes a game last season. Is he as aggressive for three as you want him to be this season? Is that just kind of is the decrease there just a byproduct of what he's shooting? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think we would like to get his number up. We want Darius to be aggressive, and he's got the ultimate green light to be aggressive. Whatever shots Darius takes, we're good with. But again, that three-point shot for him is such a weapon. We definitely like to see him taking more of them.
Why do you think he's taking less?
I think it's, a byproduct of us trying to figure out, how we move the ball more. And I think he has turned down some on his own to create more for others. And it's just a matter of finding the rhythm of, when to take mine and when to move it on.
So Donovan is shooting the lowest three-point percentage since his rookie year, and Darius has never been worse from three-point range. Do you see anything that is leading to that in the first 20 games?
No, I mean, I think they've gotten the shots that they wanted and the shots that they're used to making. They're just not going in right now, but we know who they are and the work they put in. My expectation is they'll get back to where they are because that's the type of shooters that they are.
And then Max was talking yesterday about just how good the practice was, and you talked yesterday about just this break in the schedule. But what about these last couple of practices do you feel like have been so beneficial and can be so beneficial?
You just got an opportunity to get reps at things that, make your system work. And during the season, typically with so many games coming, you're mindful of saving guys' bodies so that they're ready to go at game time. So you don't get the full speed competitive reps that we were able to get these couple of days. So, and then stop it and teach it, correct it, do it again. Like a lot of the stuff that we have to do is you're teaching on the fly in the game because that's the live action you get with the way the schedule's broken down.
Without giving too much strategy away, what do you feel like you guys can do better against those switchy defenses like you were talking about yesterday when they throw that stuff at you?
Just keep moving. I think, the switch defense, is built to take away triggers and keep the ball in front. But what it does is it puts, players in positions that they're not used to being in. Big guys switch on to smalls. They're not used to running around and chasing guys on the perimeter. It's kind of out of their comfort zone. So now you have to use that against them.
Was Karras able to practice today?
He was not.
And you're talking about Darius' numbers. He's currently second in the league in turnovers per game. Are you comfortable with him kind of just turning over the ball because he has that ultimate green light to be aggressive? And are you more sure that it'll just kind of progress back to the mean and his numbers will bounce back out?
Yeah, obviously we're not okay with him turning the ball over, at that rate. He's got to be better at that, and he knows that. But, it does come down to what type of turnovers. Like if you get an offensive foul because you're driving to the basket being aggressive, if, you turn it over because you're trying to make a play for your teammate, those are things that we can live with and that just happen with high usage guys. But, there are numbers out there that we can get down, and I expect, those to decrease as the season goes on.
On a lighter note, did you know Max won an Emmy?
I did not know Max won an Emmy.
He spotted on me yesterday and said, "Are you emotional about going back to Miami?" He said, "Oh, I won an Emmy. I hope that we're at Harvard for me." So, what does that bring anything different to the team? Just the fact that Max has a different type of trophy to his
he's a winner, but what is the Emmy for?
He did a documentary on his life. They filmed him in his hometown and back on the Florida coastal region. Even the team in Easton's used the subject matter and Emmy.
I did not know that.
So back to basketball. Do you see any after effects from Donovan in the hamstring issue that he was dealing with a couple games ago?
Not that is noticeable to me. He seems to be as explosive and shifty and powerful. So not to the naked eye.
How much of when you guys feel really good offensively with the pull out of the ball, how much is that predicated on you actually getting stops on the defensive end?
You try to make sure that there's a balance and that everything you do offensively, defensively work in concert. Stops give us an opportunity to play with momentum, and force early, which makes us a better basketball team. And I think we're learning that we can trust our defense. and that can get our offense going. So again, I think both sides have to feed each other. But for us, we've been good defensively, so like that's kind of been our mindset as you hang your hat on that end of the floor, and that gets your offense created off of that.
Going back to attacking, switching defenses, how much confidence and comfort do you have in situations like that where there is going to be a mismatch? Just giving the ball to Evan, giving the ball to Jarrett, and saying, all right, guys, take advantage of what's at your disposal.
I mean, we've got confidence in them for sure. It's all about their spots, right? Like, we're not going to just throw the ball to Jarrett at the top of the key or Evan at the top of the key and say, go ISO, right? But if we get them, on the roll, we find them in the pocket, we find them in the post, we're comfortable giving them the ball and letting them do their thing.
Not talking about timetable, but with Karras' knee injury, seen him, wrap around it a couple of times there in that locker room. Is it more something like with Isaac where you were giving him rest, or is this something that's a little bit more concerned?
I mean, it is a matter of rest and treatment, and then how he responds to that. And again, it's every day. We just, the medical staff keeps pushing him, progressing him, and then we just wait and see how it responds. And then, you get a few days in a row of positive responses, and then you take the next step.
Is Evan progressing on the ball handling side of the ball that you guys are comfortable going to a big pick and roll with Jarrett and Evan at some point?
Yeah, I mean, I think, without giving away too much, we've gotten into a lot of that, big-to-big pick and roll, and it's worked out pretty well for us. So, we're confident in Evan Hanlon and the plays that he can make from it.